I wrote your name across the sky the night you left, my trembling hand betraying the calm I faked. The stars blinked back at me, unbothered, cold and watching. I whispered your name into the hush of a moonless sky, hoping it would echo far enough to find you. My heart, hollowed and unsure, spun like a leaf in the storm you became. We had love, pure and warm, now distant as breath on a mirror. I tasted sorrow in everything. Coffee, rain, even silence. And yet, even now, I crave the sound of your footsteps in the hall, the door creaking open to your eyes, catching mine. Love like ours doesn't dissolve, it lingers. It becomes the air, the ache, the promise that sits just behind a tear. The pain of missing you is a language I now speak fluently, each syllable marked in quiet sighs. Sometimes I laugh just to feel the emptiness recoil. I wear your shirt not to remember your touch, but to convince myself I ever really felt it. Some nights I swear you hold me still, but it's only the ghost of what we were, curled into the dark. You weren't supposed to be a memory. You were the breath between my words, the stillness between my thoughts, the reason my pulse raced at quiet moments. We painted futures on each other's skin, dipped in sweat and sleepy promises. Do you remember the way my fingers laced through yours like ivy, or how you used to rest your chin on my shoulder, grounding me like gravity? I do. I remember everything. Every second with you was a story, every smile a beginning, every fight a cliffhanger that ended with forgiveness as soft as candlelight. We burned for each other, recklessly, wildly, until we didn't know whether we were healing or hurting. Now I press my lips to empty spaces, recalling the shape of your laughter, trying to taste something that's long gone. I scroll through our old photos like a desperate archaeologist, searching for proof that we were real. And we were. God, we were. But love is cruel in its silence, and heartbreak even more so. The world keeps turning without you, but I remain a crooked needle on an old record, stuck in the love song we never finished. I never knew time could feel like a punishment until it started dragging without you. Each hour stretches longer, filling with what-ifs and almosts. I try to fill my days with noise, busy hands, distant friends, shallow smiles, but nothing masks the hollow in my chest. Even in crowded rooms, I'm alone with the echo of your voice, the way it used to rise and fall like music made just for me. You weren't perfect, none of us are, but in your imperfections I found poetry. You were the metaphor I didn't know I needed. We stumbled, we bled, but we also danced barefoot through thunderstorms and held each other like lifelines. I want to hate you for leaving, but all I find is a deeper love, angry and raw and yearning. They say letting go is a kindness. I say it's a lie. If this is kindness, then why does it hurt like betrayal? I kept our love safe, locked in the vault of my ribs. You tossed the key into the sea and walked away like it was nothing. And still, I'd open the door again if you knocked. You once told me I was your peace, your lighthouse. Funny how the calmest places can become haunted. I pace the floor of this house like a ghost now, afraid to sit still because the silence screams your name. I think about the way you used to laugh mid-kiss, how your breath would hitch when my hand found yours in sleep. I didn't just fall for you, I unraveled into you. You didn't complete me. No, you rewrote me. And now that you're gone, I don't remember the original version of myself. I've tried to find her in books, in strangers, in wine-drenched evenings that end in nothing but aching dreams. But she's buried beneath the chapters we wrote together, and still I can't bring myself to resent those memories. Even now, when I feel like I'm being pulled under by the weight of all we lost, I cherish every laugh, every kiss, every moment of warmth. You were more than love, you were home. And now I'm a refugee wandering through my own heart, hoping to find the map back to something like you. You used to talk about forever like it was a promise, not a possibility. We dreamed of graying together, of hands still entwined when the world forgot our names. I held on to that dream like a lifeline, even as I watched it crumble in your eyes. There's a cruelty in watching someone you love drift away, slowly, silently, until you realize you're clinging to the shadow of a ghost. I begged the universe for one more day, one more touch, even one more fight if it meant you'd still care. But sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes it's too loud, too fierce, and we mistake the blaze for passion instead of the fire that burns it all down. You were everything I didn't know I needed, and everything I feared I'd lose, and lose you I did, in the quietest way. No slamming doors, just absence, like the light leaving the sky slowly, unnoticed, until darkness swallows you whole. I signed our last letter in tears, hoping the ink would carry my heart across the miles between us. But I never heard back, just silence, just goodbye. Some nights I dream of you, not as you are now, wherever you are, but as you were with me, smiling over Sunday morning coffee, hair messy, eyes full of half-sleep and full trust. In the dream, you reach for me, and every time, I wake up just as our fingers touch. I lie there afterward, half hoping the dream will pull me back in, half fearing that it won't. There's a sort of comfort in the pain now, like hugging a cactus just to remember how to feel. I talk to you sometimes when no one's around. I whisper into the stillness of my room, asking how you are, if you ever miss me, if you ever wonder what might have been. I imagine your answers. I pretend you still care. I pretend you regret it. I'd write poems in my head and sign them in tears, as though they might reach you in ways words no longer can. We were a firework, bright, dazzling, gone too soon, and I keep standing on the rooftop of memory, hoping for one last spark, one last flash of you.